it's amazing how Annie Pui became the connector. When her father was living, she used to come with her parents to come to Cleveland to visit our family. And now her parents passed about 20 years ago, and Ying called me one day about 10, 15 years ago and said, do you know Pierce Lee? So I said, because we know each other in the Chinese names, not in the American name. So I said, oh my gosh, her parents are very, very well-known and famous writers, the intellectia. So are my parents. So now we are connecting by Annie. It's just, I just want to tell you the story. That's why it's awesome. So when Annie said she wants both of us to be here, I was so touched because to be in the same stage as peers, for those of you who are born and raised in America, her father, you cannot hear? No, everybody can hear? So let me show you. This one. We are very, very old friends. So when I was a child, Pier's parents are very famous editors and publishers. And that shows you, a lot of us, we look like an idiot, right? We look like our English is not that good. We are sort of struggling. We came to America with $100. But if you look at that lady who wrote and sang, it took a lot of experience. And Pu Ying also told me her father is also an amazing man. So for those of you who are very Western, who are American people, if you look at us, a lot of times, and I represent people like us, so a lot of times we need to know that we may look with skin color, we may look like dark skin, because I was in Kenya, I was in all these countries. People who are princes and children of rich people, only they could come to America. Piers, she's 85 years old. We look at her, she's humble, she's little, she doesn't, but she is a giant, she's the magician. And if you look at Pu Ying, from nothing, I still remember her first, right? Because we would, oh my gosh, she would, I'd watch her, I said, how do you do that? Both of us, and look at her now. And look at her son. And it's awesome what this community, and a lot of us know each other so well here that sometimes I'm even embarrassed that I didn't say hello, because I don't want you to think I don't say hello to you. It's just I get too excited, and we are getting older. But let's the program start. I just want to thank everybody for being here.
Thank you so much. Give Margaret a big hand. Thank you so much. And actually, today, and I really want to do is one thing. Now, timing is a change. Everybody is media. Back before, how people are difficult, but they have the passion, they have the loyalty. They are too is my model and is my role model. Now today we can talking about its dream and the home. And I know they are both very success. And I just want you to share everybody, audience, how wonderful you support is a community and your family.
No, something like that. Maybe they're purposely doing that. No, not important.
Okay, I start again. Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Because I wanted to say is, after all these kind words talk about me, I even didn't know who I am. Because it's all like overrated, okay? But I accept it with humble. I feel just for my age, I deserve it. Because Margaret and I, 13 years different. And Margaret with Annie, another 13 years. So you look at me, Pier, 26 years older than Annie. If I can have her and 1/10 energy, I will be very happy. So,
the high shoes, I even cannot wear the shoes.
Because due to your request, I don't want to disappoint you.
Thank you.
I feel in my age, really don't know what to say. Some people say the best place for you is stay home, take care of your family, your grandchildren. Yeah, I would like to do that, but also I feel I have energy. I want to use my life experience to tell people how important to have a love, care for each other, disregard what kind of nationalities or where you came from. Make no difference. All men are created equal. If we can see that, if we can close our eyes, I don't think that they can see me as, like a color person. I want to say color person, Asia, okay? And then I always tell people asking me, are you Korean, Vietnamese, or this? So I know, why bother? We're all human beings. In Margaret and I, 13 years difference. Tonight, Annie asked us nothing to do with our accomplishment. Because again, each of us has our own accomplishment in our field, in our capacity. Like I have a small library at the basement. I have a dream. I think someday I wanted this library would be the people's best library, community's best library. So I started looking Cleveland Public Library. I traveled some other places, of course, because you're here, Annie's here. And I doing little research instead of Rocky River Public Library. It's compared to Peters Township. I started population-wise, income, and all the population in there. So I feel you cannot compare Cleveland Public Library with a small library. You have to compare with in the same category. But then, again, the measurement would be how much you do for this community.
You're right. And also my son always tell me, say, Mama, please do not say people discrimination to you. Actually, Chinese is the number one to discriminate everybody. He said, why say Obama is the stage? What do they say Obama's black? No. Whatever you do, it's you donated things for the community. And then you think about today, we are in the city hall. What do we are face? What do we are color? Actually, we are put it together. That's what we do today, which is called dream and home. I believe after COVID-19, everything's changed. But how lift ourselves, how we be every day, wake up. See, today is a new day. I'm being happy day. Look at Margaret. Okay, she just go everywhere. You have 9 different areas. She just see grandma. She said, oh, do I be the grandma? I say, you love the job because your job make you happy. You not feel say, I go to the work. You think I'm good for fun. Is it right? Yeah. And in the next question, I'm really asking you too. Do you can give my audience, give all 1, 2, 3 accomplishment? Or say, what are you keeping you happy? What are you keeping you unhappy? Do you have anything good things for share with us?
You want me to? Yeah. Mine is very simple. I don't think I can accomplish too much. But every time I'm on a different job, the Peters Township is not the only job. I've been around, first one in Queensboro Public Library, then in Virginia Polytechnical Institute, which my husband attended to get a PhD, and I'm getting another degree from there.
I just want to say, here, the husband, we give big hand. He's 89 years old. He drove here for 3 hours. Thank you so much.
Because you in the Margaret. I don't think I can move it.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, this is really touch. It's not only thing, it's like a family. Like here, sit down, the next table, it's all my family, like my mother, friends. Like today, it's like a graduation party, which is like a ceremony. After right now, a student, I'm not finished and I'm not passed for my graduated. But now I have two, my wonderful family. They are very, very success. I listen to the Margaret and the Pier.
Thank you. We feel the same. I mean, can I, Margaret wanted to, yeah. I just to finish with one more question. It's like to sort of thank my husband being together as a company through my journey for 60 years.
Wow.
And when I remind him, his degree is a PhD in mechanical engineering. I got a degree awarded by their president at the Virginia Tech Center. All the wives standing up, you are awarded PhD. What that mean? Push husband through. So, Bill, this is my gift to you tonight.
I really think what is happiness? I still think, and I'm 73 years old, and I ask myself, for those women who are here or men who are here, my husband died 8 years ago, my mom died 6 years ago, my father died about 15 years ago. And I'm not saying that we need a spouse to die, but it's really wonderful to be able to be alone by yourself, and it's really amazing, especially for immigrants like us. A lot of us die early because it's hard to come to America, especially like when you come, you have so many problems. You don't speak the language, you don't know, because we have different cultures, different languages. So I really think we may want to read, it's a very old book called Passages by Gail Sheehy. It's about passages of life. Nowadays they talk about circle of life. When you're in the 40s and 50s, you felt you arrived. And I didn't feel I would have arrived until I was in the 50s. But when you were young, I really suggest we all need to don't drink, don't have drugs, don't have DUIs, just focus on your job, focus on becoming great to greatest. Bill Gates, Amazon, and that's why I really respect Ying, because alone she's built an empire on one newspaper. If you look at Bezos, you look at all these famous people, they have other businesses aside from buying the Washington Post. And Netflix is the only company who's a standalone. They don't have a media company. But if you look at Time Warner, they all have magazines, Hertz, but then they build TV stations, and so they use the profit from this business to that business. But Pu Ying, all she has is that one paper. She's trying to get into digital, but she has published alone. She's alone. So my advice to people, I have young people here, I have older people here, work hard, save your money, don't buy Starbucks, don't buy, like, you can go to Chinatown and buy Cocoa Bakery, but it was 99 cents. But save every penny. When you're in your 20s and 30s, save your money. When you're in the 40s, now you maybe give yourself a little leeway to enjoy yourself, but by then, skills-wise, it takes 10 years to become great, or 15 years. I didn't become a great lawyer, I think, until I was in my 40s. And I'm so glad, because I have people who tell me their grandkids are looking for me now and say, oh, you got my parents the green card and this and that. And I look at them and say, oh, I think I'm a better lawyer now than 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So by the time you're in the 50s, now you have some savings, you have some money, you can go on a cruise. So when you talk about happiness, I know I'm an old tiger now, but really you need to get disciplined. And when you have a piece of candy, a piece of cake, you tell yourself, I'll only eat it if I finish my chore. If I do maybe 3 cases, 3 memos, 3 briefs, 10 calls to your clients, you discipline. And once you're on that stage, it became a habit, then what is happiness? Today you're sad, tomorrow you're happy, tomorrow someone died, tomorrow someone is birthed, tomorrow you have a grandchild. Life is going fast, especially after COVID. So my advice, to Ying's question, what makes you happy? Do you want to quit your job? And I really think the word job is really a very bad word because a job connotes sadness, connotes, oh, such a chore, I have to go to work. And work, it's not work, it's a discipline. You have to do it. If you have great, money will come. I don't really, a lot of people will ask, oh, how much does this cost? I always tell people, you need to figure out what's the problem. You need to help them listen to the problem, help them answer the question, think about it, dream, talking about dream and home, dream about it. I was talking to my colleague today when we were driving back from Columbus, and that's what he's saying. He said, that's only a first draft of the work this weekend to think about what more I did. And then he said, oh, I have 2 more points. That's how you write a Supreme Court brief. That's how you win the cases, to think about it. You couldn't work on deadline. I've seen some young lawyers or some CPAs, oh, April I have to file my tax. You can't just file a tax return or build a library at deadline. You have to think about it. You have to go to Rocky River, right? And think and draft and plan, and now you become great. So those of you who are here, I know a lot of you are community people, think about the problem. You don't do things just to let people know you do things for you. That's what makes you happy, I think.
Okay, thank you.
I owe you a apologize. Just like a little elementary student, your question, sir, asking me what would make me happy, I didn't answer that. So I apologize, but I was just 2 sentences. Whenever my township residents saw me, said, this is our librarian. She knows everything. She helped me. Or more happier, little kid said, Mom, this is my library. I like my library. That is money cannot buy. Nothing you can do. This, I feel like so good. Put me like I'm having wings. I like to fly. Dream again.
Wonderful. And actually we say, what is it called happiness? Because you bring people happy, then you're happy. And what is it called problem? And I'm learning from Margaret just say, because you think about it, you thinking, put the people head, that's called problem. And then now, today, I think because the ending day, the timing, the city hall, they need to leave at 8:30. And I really thank you so much for both of you to share the wonderful things for us. I believe, and we have the wonderful singer here. You will see the American Grace. Thank you so much.